Hi everyone, so today's video is going to be a review along with swatches of the new Tarte Be MATTEnificent palette. This palette is, I believe, $36. I will put the correct price somewhere in this video. This can be found at Sephora, at the on the Tarte's website, and Ulta too, I believe. So I'm just gonna run through all the shadows. I'm gonna show you swatches. I'm gonna tell you what I think about the product and what I don't like about the product. So if you want to know more about this palette, then keep on watching. Okay, so first of all, we're gonna talk about the packaging. This is a like metal-ish, not really metal. It's not cardboard. It's like a plastic. That's what it is. It's a hard plastic. So it comes in a hard plastic case. It is really thin, which I like a lot. I really love this marbling of purpleness and beautifulness and the gold. I think it goes really well together. I like the way that it's purple on the outside because I feel like it really embodies what you're going to see on the inside, which is more of a purple scheme. But yes, I do like the packaging itself. It's really compact, it's pretty to look at, and it's really travel friendly as well. So when you open up the palette, it does come with a rather big mirror, which I really like, especially if you're going to travel with this palette. You're going to be able to really utilize this mirror to do not only your eye makeup, but all of your face too. And then it comes with one blush and 8 eyeshadows. It also comes with a little brush. It looks something like that. And then on the inside you do get a little sheet that tells you the names of the colors, but I did take it out because I knew it was just going to fall out as soon as I opened the palette. So anyway, I'm going to talk about this little brush first actually. So I did use this brush today to do my eye makeup. I really like the flat end of it. This is really good to pack on the color. It's pretty stiff for that, but it's also soft too. So this end really good for packing on your eyeshadow. Now this end, which is supposed to be more of a crease brush, I did use it, but I find that it's really flimsy. I didn't feel like I had much control with my eyeshadow with this brush, and I did end up using an e.l.f. eyeshadow crease brush to finish up my crease color. So I'm kind of torn between this little brush that comes in the kit. I think that it can be workable. Definitely if this is the only thing you have with the palette, then you can definitely work with it, but especially the crease end, it is not my preference. I may use this shader brush and a few times, but don't really care for the crease end. Okay, let's talk about the colors on this palette. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is this blush. So you can see it's right there. It is a pretty pink mauve color. All of these shades are 100% matte. So this is a matte blush color, and it is called Elevated. And I am wearing it today. I don't know if you can really see it because it is a really natural pink toned flush color, but it is really pretty. What I don't like about I think it's just the consistency of the blush, is that, I don't know if you guys saw, but it kind of looks dirty. It did not look like this when I bought the palette, but after swatching it a few times, that's what it looks like. The color that you get from it in subsequent swatches does not change. It's still the same color, but it just kind of looks kind of dirty in the pan. And this is the swatch. So as you can see, it is a really pretty pink, pinky toned blush. It does take a little bit to swatch it on your hand. Like I had to run my finger on the shadow, not the shadow, on the blush, on the color, about 3 or 4 times to get this pigmentation. However, when you use a brush with the blush, it actually comes out really pigmented. Like you have to kind of be careful about the amount of product that you have on the brush. So it's interesting that it doesn't really swatch that great, but it works really well with a blush brush. Okay, next we're gonna move on to the eyeshadows. I will do the top row, then the middle row, and then the last 2 colors. Okay, so this is the top row. We have, the first color here is Sand Out from the Crowd. And this is a really pretty yellow-based skin tone shade. I do have this color as my brow bone highlight and just a little bit in my inner corners. This does have a little bit of fallout when you swatch it, but it is really pigmented. All these eyeshadows are actually extremely buttery and smooth. Pigmentation is not an issue in this palette whatsoever. All of the shades are 100% extremely pigmented, and you will see that with the darker shades more. But yes, this one does have a little bit of fallout, but it is really buttery and really pigmented. Next to that is called Peach for the Stars. And this is a really pretty mauve color. I would probably call this I'd call this a brown mauve. Because later you will see one that I would call more of a true mauve. So this I would call a brown mauve. Like I said, all of these are 100% matte. This one does not have any fallout. It is 100% buttery and smooth and a really pretty color. And finally, the last one is called Two Plums Up. This is a really gorgeous plum color. I have this color in my outer corner and my crease. I know with the natural lighting that I'm using, it's actually making my eyeshadows a little bit washed out. In person, the purple color is a lot more intense than what you may be seeing in the camera. But this one does not have any fallout either. It is really buttery and smooth and glides on like a dream. All of these eyeshadows actually do blend extremely well. My, I guess, issue with it is that they're so pigmented that you do need to really build up the color so you don't get like way too much eyeshadow on your eyelids. Okay, and the last set of 3 is first one, Pink Outside the Box. This is a gorgeous baby pink color. This does have a little bit of fallout, but it's not too bad. I have that color all over my eyelids. It is super pigmented to the point where you know how with some light colors you really have to try to build up the color because they're so sheer? Not an issue in this palette whatsoever. Like you almost have to be a little bit careful in the amount that you put on because you might just look like you have kicky eyes. But I really do like this color. It is beautiful. It really shows up as pink, even on lighter skin tones like myself. So I really like that color. Next one is called Rose to the Occasion. I do have this color in my crease as well. I would describe this color as a true mauve color. It is on the rosy side, but this is one of the great colors that you can use in your crease when you're doing purples. I really like using those mauve-y tones in my crease when I want to do a purple look. Oh, this one did not have any fallout. And the last one is called View from the Taupe. This is a true taupe color. This did have a little bit of fallout, but again, not too bad. And like I said, all of these eyeshadows are 100% buttery. Okay, and the very last 2 shades are called liner shades. We have a dark chocolate brown, and this is called Dream in Chocolate. And next to that is Don't Stand Black, which is a black color. I have the black color as my liner shadow. The black color is, in my opinion, the biggest culprit for fallout, and it's actually not as buttery as all the other shades, but still really pigmented. And the chocolate color does not have any fallout whatsoever. So those are all the shades that comes in the Tarte Be MATTEnificent palette. Pros about this palette. Love the packaging. I love the travelability that you have with this packaging because it has a big mirror. And also I do like that the shades in this palette kind of all go together. I know some reviews that I have seen have said that it does limit the variety of looks that you can get from it, but this palette is clearly marketed towards a more purplish, mauve-y look, so that's really all you can get from this palette because the shades are somewhat similar and kind of go together. I love that the eyeshadows are 100% pigmented and smooth and buttery, and they're really, really easy to blend and work with. And I like that it comes with a brush, although, like I said, in my opinion, I don't like the crease side, but if this is all I had, then I could definitely work with it. Cons about this palette. Again, I don't like that there's like a sheet that has the colors, the names of the colors on there instead of the names being in the actual palette. I just find these things annoying because they just fall out when you open the palette and you gotta remove them. That's just my preference. And I guess just the blush, like I don't understand what's going on with it kind of looking dirty after I swatch it. It still goes on beautifully. It doesn't change the pigment. It's just kind of weird. I don't know. So that is my review on the Tarte Be MATTEnificent palette. I will have swatches of all the colors on my blog, www.themakeupnurse.com. I will link it down below. If you have any products that you want me to do a review on, please let me know down in the comments below. Don't forget to comment, thumbs up, and subscribe if you like this video, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!